Hello guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to solve this problem merge overlapping subintervals. Okay, we are following the Striver SDE sheet. This sheet is very good if you are trying to get placement in college level. So once it is done, we can go for Striver's A to Z sheet. Okay, I have completed the array part. So moving to the next part. In this, we are going to solve the second problem, match overlapping subintervals. Let me give a quick overview about the problem first. Match subinterval is 56th problem of Leetcode and the difficulty level is medium. And for the input, they are giving 2D array. 2D array, every 2D array have an array of intervals. Okay. So what we have to do is we have to merge the subarrays. How to do that? See, 1 3 is there, right? We have this one is having index value of 0 and this 3 is having index value 1. We have to check whether this 3 is lesser than 2. I mean the consecutive subarrays zeroth index. If it is so, if 2 is inside 3, we have to merge 1 and 6. Yeah, if it is not so, like see in here we are checking 6 is inside 8 or not. No, 6 is smaller, I mean greater than 8, so we don't need to merge anything here. We just as it is returning 8 comma 10, and after that we are checking whether 10 is smaller than 15 or not. No, so we are returning 15 comma 8 as it is. And in this problem, in this example, see, we are checking the first subarrays first index and second subarrays first index, zeroth index, and both are same. So we have to merge the both arrays. 1 comma 5 is the output. This is how it will work. So basically in this question they haven't specified, they will give the array in sorted order only. So it's better for us to sort the array. How to do that? For sorting, you can manually sort or you can use any uh, built-in function. So I'm using a built-in function in arrays dot. Okay, just a minute. Arrays dot sort. Inside sort I'm passing intervals because I want to sort intervals only. Intervals, the sort function will give us two things as a callback, a and b are comparing functions. For JavaScript, you will put something like this for arrow bracket. For Java, you have to put something like this. Okay. Here, either we can check like this. This will definitely work if you want to sort your array in ascending order. In descending order means you should do b of 0 minus a of 0. Or else you can use a compare inbuilt function which is in integer dot compare. I'm passing a of 0 comma b of 0. Okay, done. So this function, this line will sort our entire interval 2D array. Once it is done, we are going to iterate over each and every element, each and every subarray. So you can use for loop, you can use while loop. So I'm using while loop here. So basically, I'm going to take a note of start index, start value. Before that, I'm using while loop, right? So I have to keep on increasing something as a counter. So for counter, I'm declaring a variable called index, initializing as 0, and I'm having a variable called start. It will have, I mean, it will keep on tracking the start index value. Okay, so for initially, I'm taking intervals index of 0. So basically, it will give us the first subarrays first column because index is 0. So I'm having something called current index, something like that. Intervals of index of 1. Okay, you can either name it as current end or end. So I'm naming it as end itself. No worries. So once it's done, we can declare a while statement. I'm checking index is smaller than interval dot length. Okay, so done. So inside that, I'm checking a condition end value if end value is greater or equal to if end value is greater or equal to the consecutive subarrays starting value. How to check that? Intervals of index plus 1 of 0. If it is so, we don't need to change start value. I'm updating the end value to this interval of index plus 1 of 0 or not 0 1. I'm updating the interval value 6 to the end. Okay, so once it is done, we don't need to do anything here. I'm putting a else statement here. In the else statement, if the end value is greater, this value is greater, see, this value is this value is smaller than the consecutive subarray's first element, then we have to save it somewhere. Then that means the interval got over. So fine. So we have to save it somewhere. So for that, I'm creating a resultant array. How to do that? First, I'm creating a list. Inside list, I'm returning something like that because they are asking us to return in this format. In Java, uh, if you are creating something like this, we have to specify the length initially, but we don't know the exact length of the result, right? So it may be 3, or it may be 1, or it may be the whole array itself. Because if there is no interval, we have to give it same as it is. So for that, we are using this collection. So result equal to new. It is a array list. Array list. You can put the same type here. It's here also it will work. If you don't put here also, it will automatically understand. Okay. So here I'm adding result dot add. I'm adding a new integer, new int array. Uh, the array is having start comma end. Okay. Once it is done, I'm updating the start value to the consecutive, the next intervals of index plus 1 of 0 and end to intervals of index plus 1 of 1. So basically this will work, and we have to increment the index as well. Okay, so basically this is the code, but we are using index plus 1. So if we are iterating over the end of the loop, this index plus 1 will give us array outbound error. So I'm using -1 here. So once it is done, I have already said you using -1. So for the last value, last iteration, it will have a start and end value. So we have to save the start and end value somewhere. To the output. Alright, so we can just put the same code here. It will work. Okay. So if you ask me, is this the code? No, no, no. We have to write something else because we have to include more codes because we are having in the list of in format, but we need in this format. So we have to convert this to this. How to do that? I'm creating a format something like this itself. Result final. So this result final is having a new int type. Int new int So the subarray length is 2. I mean interval length is 2, that we know for sure. And for the length of the output, we are using the collections function. Result dot size. Okay, this will work. So once it is done, we are iterating over this array. We are iterating over this array, and we are adding everything to this array. For int I, not int, in this format, I colon the result. So we have to upgrade the index as well. So I'm reusing the index variable here also. So basically we are saying something like result final of index equal to I. Simple. So once it is done, we have to update the index value. We shouldn't forget. Here we are returning a result final. That's it. Let me try running the sample test case. Yeah, got accepted. Let me try to submit it first. It won't work, I guess. Yeah, it is not working. See, this is not working because, yeah, it's fine. This 4 is greater than 2, but 3 is lesser than 4. So the interval is not maximum, right? So if you put 1 comma 4, 1 comma 3, this 1 comma 3 is still lesser than 1 comma 4. So we have to add a statement here. End equal to math.match. We are checking end comma this thing, the consecutive integers end. So now let's try. Oh, sorry. Now, yeah, code got accepted. The runtime is 11 ms and everything is fine. So let's talk about the time complexity and space complexity. That's very important. So the space, first the time complexity for sorting is O of n log n. You all know because this sorting algorithm use merge sort, I guess. I think so, but not sure. But the time complexity is O of log n log n. Okay. So then we are iterating over each and every element. So it will give us the time complexity O of n. And again we are iterating over the result. So it is the result is lesser than n. So we don't need to consider this. So overall the time complexity is O n log n. Okay. So once it's done, we can check the space complexity. The space complexity 0 0, I mean constant, not 0, 1 1 1. This is a dynamic array, so the space complexity is not in the, for the worst case it will be O of n for this. If there is no interval, merging possible means O of n. So if possible means it's always less than O of n. Okay, so we are using this, right? So this is also less than O of n. So the for the worst case we can consider this as O of n. So the time complexity is O n log n and space complexity is O of n. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. We have completed this problem as well. Try on your own. So in the next video, we are going to solve this merge two sorted array without extra space. It's an easy problem. Let's see. I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you. Have a great day.